Hello everyone, Darth here, and this is my review of Darth Plagueis by James Luceno. And since this was voted the majority, I'm reviewing this first. Book of the Sith will come next week. The New Jedi Order, Force Heretic trilogy should get a review the week after that. Maybe, I don't know. But let's begin. Darth Plagueis, pretty much, if you're looking for a novel that connects various different medias, like the comics, the games, and some of the previous novels, this book does everything right and more. It doesn't just, release some stupid thing which doesn't matter, doesn't impact the universe in any meaningful way. This novel has an actual impact on the universe at large. This novel, pretty much, this is probably the only novel I can think of. I'm pretty sure this is the only one that it is a novel that heavily focuses on Palpatine, aka Darth Sidious, and that's one of the biggest highlight of this book, because this is the only novel we get to see Darth Sidious as a main character, because he's usually an antagonist or a supporting character in other novels. And this is the only novel that Darth Plagueis is a main character. He does make some appearances in one of the other novels, but he barely appears in the expanded universe. And this novel pretty much does a great job on connecting everything. And also, this pretty much is the novel to read, honestly, if you want to learn about Palpatine and how he came into power. This novel is definitely, it explains how he came into power. This novel also explains certain things that happened. We see Count Dooku leaving the Jedi Order in this novel. We also get references to Shadowhunter and Cloak of Deception. This novel also tells the events of Episode 1 through Palpatine's point of view and Darth Plagueis. We also get to find out what really happened on how Darth Plagueis died. This novel explains all that. George Lucas, almost didn't let this novel get made, considering he didn't want it to reveal too much about the Sith. And I'm with him. There's some mystery about the Sith that should be maintained. Unfortunately, TCW is referenced in here to some extent or another, but unfortunately, it's part of the Legends continuity, so we can't just completely disregard it. But this novel, pretty much explains a lot of the things that I wanted to know about Darth Plagueis and Palpatine. It even makes sense, on why, on why the Darth Sidious is the way he is, and he even started off as kind of a evil, kid. It wasn't until he met Darth Plagueis which pushed him over the edge. It would have been an interesting scenario to find what would happen if Palpatine never met Darth Plagueis, than if he was a Jedi instead. But that's not something I'm going to discuss here. Anyway, this is one of the few novels that it actually is told to the villain's point of view, and we actually see things that will lead up to future novels of the Star Wars expanded universe. I'm more referring to chronologically. This book ends perfectly. It ends right after Episode 1 ends. And it even shows you, how intelligent Darth Sidious is. This novel just does so much. This novel, I believe, does the character justice. And if you're looking for a novel, honestly, a good Sith novel, which I think I agree with Matt Wilkins on this. This novel is perhaps the best that focuses on the Sith, because it just tells the origin so well. Not that the Darth Bane trilogy is bad, it's great. But I feel like it just does so much more. And I can't really say much. I could talk about this book, but I don't want to give out spoilers. If you really want to read this, I highly recommend it. This book is not that hard to find. You could find it at Barnes and Noble with that fucking god awful Legends banner on it. But if you're a purist and you want this in hardback, this is not hard to find either. Just go on Amazon. They should have plenty of them. Anyway, everyone, I'm done with my review. Book of the Sith will be reviewed next week. Have a great day, everyone, and may the Force be with you.